So I just read book number 2 in the Blackwater series by Michael McDowell. I'm saying book number 2, it's part number 2. So the Levee. If you don't know what a levee is, it's essentially a wall built around body of water to prevent floods. So since there was this flood in book number 1, part number 1, the town decided to build this levee, so build this wall to prevent further floods, essentially. Eleanor, so the woman that got rescued in book number 1 from the flood, she's against the levee because she has this weird relationship with the Perdido River, and she's really mysterious. Not only is she mysterious, but she's kind of creepy in a way. But I really enjoyed this character actually. She's kind of one of the main character. I'd say she might be the main character with her husband, Oscar. So both these characters are really good actually. But yeah, this book in here, I did not say that about book number 1, but part 1 and 2 so far are really slow paced and really deliberate in its delivery of, how the characters are being implemented in the story. I don't know what better word to use actually, sorry. But you get to see all these different characters and with their multiple faces and everything. I really enjoyed that, and the relationship between the main characters, so mainly the Cascade family. You get to see the relationship, the weird relationship between the different members of this dysfunctional family, as I said in book number 1. But I really enjoyed all of these different characters. They're really good, even if they're for the most part unlikable. I still really enjoyed them. What can I say? This author knows how to write unlikable characters, and you still like them and you still care for them actually. There's this one violent death happening, and it's kind of a sacrificial death happening. It's really gory, at least for Mr. McDowell, from what I've read actually from him. He's really not that into gore usually, but in here it's kind of visceral. It's weird. It's a weird death. As I said, sacrificial, and you get the feeling that it's not really the end of that character. Even if that character dies, you're like, it's really weird. And once again, the supernatural, this is something, just a comment that I have for Mr. McDowell from my reading that I did from him actually, is that the supernatural is never really explained. It just is, and we can't really figure out what exactly the supernatural, how the mechanics behind it works or anything. And this is something that I really enjoy, once again, not knowing that whole mystic thingy underneath. And yeah, I really enjoyed that. Mr. McDowell knows how to write characters that feel real. I really enjoy all the characters in this part. There's a lot of more characters being included in this story. But yeah, I really enjoyed this part also. Can't wait to read more. I'm really into this book. Actually, yesterday I stopped reading like at 2 a.m. or something, and I had to wake up at 6 a.m. to work. So yeah, kind of a bit tired, but at the same time, I couldn't put this book down because I really enjoy it. Even if it's slow paced, you always want to come back to it because it's intriguing. You have this oppressive feeling, that something bad is going to happen. Something bad once again did happen, but I really feel like that's not the end of it. Some more terrible things are going to happen, and I really enjoy this book. Part 2 might be a bit more spooky, I think, than part 1. In part 1 there were less horror elements to it, and part 2, the horror kind of start picking up in my mind. I hope that it just keeps on building more and more as the story goes. But we'll see about this. So this is it for the review of this book. I'm gonna continue reading this book. I really enjoy it. I'm really involved in it. So thank you guys for watching once again. I appreciate it.